Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Libra for love and soul connections. Keep in mind, my friends, it's a general message. Take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest. Go about today, and know that no matter what messages do come through, it's still up to you and your active free will, your Grassroots Evolution. The choices you make, the steps you take in your world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom. That's personal power. And it lies at the tips of your fingers, not the soles of your feet. So, my friends, use your power to do wisely. For all my subscribers as well, thank you guys for being here. I love you, love you, love you. You mean the world to me. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. Thanks for stopping by. And if you feel like it resonates, if you'd like to see more, please hit subscribe. Join the journey with me. Let me encounter your energy more often. Be pretty awesome to have you along this ride. And as well, my friends, if it does resonate, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Help support this channel. Help these videos circulate. I would truly, truly appreciate it. So, as well as before I get started, we're going to take a moment to call in spirit. I'm going to ask Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Raphael, and my team of light, as well as any of your spirit guides that would be here for the entire collective of people watching. I absolutely welcome them in now. So I'm going to ask everyone to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, and any of you guys who would ask for it, to use me as the clearest channel possible, but delivering messages that are only for your highest good. No second-rate messages here today. So guys, time is fluid. Even though I'm putting a March 2021 timestamp on this, this is more what Spirit would like to bring through for March. So we may be picking up on a situation you're going through right now, something from your past, something that has not yet come into your life, or something that is past life even. So keep an open mind, and again, if it doesn't feel like it's for you, it doesn't have to be for you. Just click away with love is what I ask, my friends. So if you would like to take a few minutes, just take a few seconds here, a few deep breaths in and out. Focus on your question, focus on a person that you would like a little bit more guidance about, and hopefully these spirit guides deliver. So 3 deep breaths in and out. All right. So I'm going to do 3 different piles of cards today. One for you guys, Libra. So if you feel like this is for you, great. Again, if it's not, it may be that one of the other piles resonates on your love or soul connection side. And I'm also going to do a space in between, so some shared energy between the two of you and the soul connection. Also, soul connections could be love. They could be love and romance. They can be our friends and our families, our children, our coworkers, our bosses, people that before we jumped into this fleshy meat suit and this incarnation on earth, we made a contract with to meet up with again. They may be here for a lifetime, for a lesson, I heard as well, like, we need to try not to hold on to attachments. So the 2 cards I got so far for you guys, we have 4 of Cups, which would be, it says discontent and boredom, and we also got transformation, number 13, which is in regular tarot is about death, which is death in this is transformation. You could have a Scorpio in your life as well, what I'm hearing, but I think like you're taking an active stance in transforming your life from being something that you felt dull, that you felt lacked joy, and transforming it into something that is more suited and in alignment with you. So what I'm also hearing is, if you have not started that transformation, but you feel like you want more to life, now's the time. What better time than now? Okay, so we all have to start somewhere as well. They're telling me to take the bottom of the deck. That's gorgeous, which is the Ace of Cups. Love begins. And I think there's a few things. This is love begins more within your life as well, because as we take an active approach and actively help to transform our world, we start to, I think, respect ourselves a little bit more too, have a little bit more love for ourselves, and have more boundaries too, to say, you know what, when I did this, I wasn't happy, things felt stagnant. When I do this, I'm really happy. Follow your heart is what I'm hearing. There is a Canadian band called Triumph, and they have a song called Follow Your Heart. That's the song that is playing in my head right now. You guys may want to go check it out on YouTube. They're absolutely phenomenal band, underrated band in my opinion. And the lead singer, his voice and his vocal range is just crazy. So follow your heart, love begins. This is also like in times where in the past you may not have actually seen a lot of options, and what I'm feeling like it's because they weren't meant for you. Even if there were options in front of you, you may have felt like this guy going, well, yeah, there's options there, but they don't fill my soul with love. They don't fill my soul with joy. They're not what I want. I hear also as well on your side that going through this metamorphosis or going through this change for you is also something that I feel like the universe kind of did. I heard catalyst. The universe may have done something or may have brought energy in that was a real catalyst for this change to happen. Be it like we had to leave a different relationship or leave a different situation or a work opportunity, school, right? Whatever it is, I feel like Spirit has kind of initiated this transformation within you because they know there's better things for you. There's love that's just around the corner. And this is, I heard like a love that is ever giving, ever watering, whether it be for yourself or whether this is within another person or you're calling in partnership. So I'm going to take one more card for your side, please. Thank you. And you get material and spiritual harvest. Or prosperity, sorry, not harvest, prosperity. And this is really, really great because as new love begins too, things are going to start changing more in your worlds. And I also think that this comes because we're changing things in our worlds. We're saying, you know what, from here on out, I'm focused on what is positive and what is good in my life. And nobody's going to bring me down. So following your heart, so that if you know that something doesn't feel good to you, doesn't feel right, you don't have to stay there, right? You have the ability to walk away. You don't have to just sit here bored, right, is one of the things that I heard. So I think that's also something that as we grow spiritually even, we learn that it doesn't mean we have to stay in places because we don't want to hurt someone else. They're giving me an example of a restaurant because I know myself, I find it difficult if I've gone into a restaurant and I sit down, even if the service has been crappy, I've committed. I've got into the restaurant, I've sat down. But there are times where you go into a restaurant, the server completely ignores you, you're waiting forever for your food, waiting forever for your drink, and you haven't even got a drink yet, you don't see that many people around, and other people are getting their food before you. You've done nothing wrong if you get up and walk out. Or if you sit down and you look at the food coming to other people's plates, you don't have to sit there and eat a bad meal or a gross meal or potentially something that'll give you, stomach issues or food poisoning just because you sat down. It's the same thing within a relationship. If we have a date with someone, just because we had a date with them or just because we're in a relationship doesn't mean that if it's not good, if it's not healthy, or if we don't feel valued, we have to stay in this relationship. And that, to be honest, could be the transformation that we're learning. That's also exercising a whole lot more self-love because we are not putting ourselves in compromising positions. We're not compromising the love and the respect that we have for ourselves. I think that is also where the spiritual, I heard maturity, but the material and spiritual wealth, the gains that are happening here, it's just knowing that you're not any less of a person for doing these things, and that it's not like you're going to do this to hurt somebody, but it's to follow your own boundaries and to, I heard, build yourself up as well. Like this guy to me is looking out over his kingdom, whereas the Four of Cups, it's the boredom, the discontentment, like, oh well, yeah, there's a whole lot out there, but I'm not looking. And this one, it's standing tall, standing firm, and looking out over your kingdom and everything that you've built. So let's get the bottom of the deck. They want me to show you is victory and success. And for what I just heard, some of you really needed that. Some of you really needed to hear that this transformation or whatever's happening, it's not been done for nothing. Some of you as well, as what I'm hearing, is that what could be transformed is you going after what you want. Because in the past, there may have been some blocks to going, well, every time I go after what I want, it doesn't happen. So we get in this self-fulfilling prophecy wheel, I guess I'd be looking at it like, because we're creating situations before we even allow the situation to unfold that this isn't going to be for me, it won't be successful, it's not what I want. And once we transform that line of thinking, things can really start moving, and there's victory, there is love, be it maybe for yourself or within partnership. We'll find out a little bit. But I heard, like, don't be afraid to shine, my friends. Don't be afraid to speak your truth loud and proud, and be very proud of who you are and everything you've done to become this beautiful person. So I'm going to get some messages now for the soul connection and see what messages we have here for the soul connection of Libra, please. Hope. I think that it's really important on their side, they're being hopeful. What I heard is you may actually have ended a relationship with this person. That may not resonate either. That may be for a small group of people. But if this relationship has had to end for you to transform and to clear out any of the stagnant energy between, this person is still holding hope. They're still envisioning success with you. One thing I would say is just a caution, though, is that if this has been a relationship or a partnership with someone that you've kind of taken a break from because of any toxicity or because it just wasn't right for you, and they're holding hope for you, if you feel like they come back to you still possessing the same issues or still acting in the same way as when you had to leave or when you walked away from this, this is that restaurant thing again, saying, well, if it's not if it's not fulfilling you, if it's not, I heard, like, what you need, you have every right to say, look, I care about you as a person, you know, I may always love you, I wish that this would work, but either let's try and be friends, which we know is kind of difficult if it's been within a romantic situation, but sometimes things are just over. And if this part resonates, okay, that what we want to do is hold space for that person, but allow new energy to come forth. But outside of that, this person is holding a lot of hope. And this may be, I heard, like, they're working on their success, but they're working on their wealth. They're also working on their self-esteem a little bit and trying to create a brand new reality for themselves. So, wow. So we got, when I said, tell me about hope in my head, moving on. So this could be lots of different things. That this is now moving on into a better time of life. There may have been, you got the darkness behind him. There may have been a situation in the past where, and again, it could be with you, it may be within their own life, where they're holding hope that whatever they're moving on to is going to be a better situation. Conflict and deceit. Or defeat, sorry, is at the bottom. And throat chakra, needing to speak. I want to get the bottom of the deck too, which I thought this was deception or deceit. Envy and deceit or deception was at the bottom. They're telling me to look at the bottom again as well, which is financial and material changes. And on your end, you have spiritual and material prosperity. I feel like, and it keeps going back, spirits, like they're holding hope for this relationship. Some of them may be moving on and holding hope that, I think what they're moving on from is the conflict and the deceit. They may be moving on as well from being, wow, I heard lying, okay? I heard, I heard they're telling, and spirits like, Adam, and I say this. I don't want to say this, but I heard like lying sack of shit, okay? Sorry guys, but that's what I keep hearing. Like they may have, and this is where an ending may have been too, like if you have someone, and that's not very nice to say about anybody, but they may be that in the past they've lied. And what I'm hearing is like there's a lot of reasons people lie. There's a lot of, it could be self-sabotage, it could be seen as self-protection. This person may have been holding back a little bit. But what I'm feeling as well is this person may have, what I heard is orchestrated lies, orchestrated conflict, and been jealous. They may have been jealous of what you had. They may have been jealous of your character. I heard they may have been jealous of your friends or your time as well. I want to get more clarity on that, and I'm going to bring the tarot in. doing your guys' reading a little bit differently, but I feel like there's a lot that needs to be spoken. And this person as well, I feel like needs to heal their throat chakra, and this could be because they like to tell lies. This may be, for those of you that it resonated, that you removed this person from your life. If you want this energy back, victory's yours. You can have them back. What I'm hearing is really question whether or not you want them back. And if they tell you, well, I'm a changed person, I realized this time apart, you know, it changed me. Seeing is believing, and their actions speak louder than words. But in this case, use your intuition. If you catch them in a lie. I also heard manipulating and gaslighting as well, which would be this conflict. Some people thrive on that stuff. Some people really like to, first I heard, is make you jealous, because it serves something for them. It gets a reaction from you, and also depending on the nature of the relationship, sometimes it gets their desired outcome too. For example, many of us may have had a partner lie to us and tell us they were somewhere else, or lie to us about something that didn't even happen, but trying to get us jealous, trying to trigger us because they want an outcome to happen and they don't know how to ask for it or don't know how to accept your answer, so they try and manipulate the situation. And to be very honest, on this side, the energy I'm picking up on is not a very good one. And I hope, and here's hope, holding hope. I'm really holding hope here that this has changed, and that this person really is planning on moving on. What I also heard though is sometimes it takes a really long time for this person to even get out of it, because old habits die hard. So their throat chakra may need a cleansing, is what I heard as well, to remind them that, tell the truth. Don't lie. Don't create unnecessary conflict. And for some of you guys, if this person is moving on for you, what I heard is consider that a blessing, that they're not your problem anymore. But for you, okay, I'm being guided to tell you to grab, this is lava stone. I love showing these rocks, but this is a chunk of black obsidian. Gorgeous. As well as pyrite. Very, very grounding. Fool's gold. And I have some Apache tear here. I dropped it. Oh, it was horrible. But this, if you can see, it's kind of like a smoky quartz color, so you can see through it. These are really, really grounding, really, really protective. I feel like you guys holding your power and standing in your power and kind of blocking out any negative vibes would be really, really helpful and useful. So I'm going to bring some tarot in. This is the Lion Strider Tarot. Want to find out about the conflict and the deception. The Two of Swords came out in the reverse. Okay, so I just held this wrong. But the Two of Swords has come out. The Two of Cups has come out. And the Justice has come out. I heard too little too late. Like, they may have been making the decision now to put you first, and to realize as well, like, that you're their soulmate, you're what they want. They may want to make things right from the past. So I definitely feel like this person's thinking a lot about the past with you. A lot about, there could be some mental conflict with the Two of Swords too. Just not really sure how to go about it. And again, like, if they've lied, if they've cheated, if they've stole from you, if there's been something that, whatever it is, because this is the energy I'm picking up on, has not been great, and it could be the past. They want to make it right. What I heard is, I just don't know if they know how, to be honest. The bottom of the deck is the Six of Pentacles. And there's more balance here, if you can see. Get it up. Sorry about the glare. But there's more scales of balance here, because the Six of Pentacles is things coming back into balance. Things coming back into alignment. And this yellow here, for some of you, this could be an indication that if you go back with this person, or that at least it's what they want, that if you go back to this situation, there will be justice, that things will balance themselves out, because twos are often about balance, right? And I heard creating harmony. This person may actually be trying to figure out, hey, how can I treat them like they're supposed to be? How can I treat them like they're the other half of my heart? How can I treat them like the love that I feel? You may have family members as well, or passed on loved ones. There's two hummingbirds up here kind of guiding this connection. I feel like I said, they're holding hope that this will come back. It's just whether or not they can change their ways, okay? So for you, I'm hearing like just be cautious. Can you tell me about I'm going to go on to your side before I pick the space in between here. Can you tell me about the Libra side? How does the Libra feel about this connection? You have the Seven of Wands. I think you know, right? You're healing from this. You know there was a lot of, I heard bickering. There was a lot of arguing. There's a lot of this energy of, like I said, that shit stirring, right? Somebody trying to either stir the pot, create situations that you feel insecure and unsure of yourself as well, that you feel like you're tied to this relationship. When I saw that disconnected or discontent and boredom too, it's reminding me of like really toxic people who would try and spin it to make you feel like your worth is devalued, so that this person's pedestal starts to raise. And I think that that's also here too, right? This love that's beginning on your end, that's for you. That's realizing what you deserve within a relationship. That I think this is also heard what love is and what love isn't. And getting rid of this person definitely felt like a victory to you. This is trickery. This is manipulation. They're telling me to take the bottom of the deck. Queen of Swords. You may have well, you guys are Libra, so this is Libra. I think Justice as well is Libra as well, so that would be you guys really wanting to bring balance and justice to the situation. You may have a Gemini or an Aquarius as well in your world, but I think it's because you saw through the bullshit. You see it with clear eyes. So it doesn't matter now, I feel like, how much this person comes back and tries to speak or tries to say, hey, I was wrong, I won't do it again, I've learned. In your side, you've seen it too much. I feel like, just freed yourself from this shit. Sorry guys, the swearing on this one, but I feel like it's warranted because you cleared that energy. You got yourself away from this, and this person, I heard like they may be trying to communicate. I also heard they may be trying to lure you back under false pretenses. Use what it feels right to you, but my personal feelings on this, on the energy I'm picking up on this side, is don't believe them. They lied. And two, I know it's really important to give forgiveness and grace for people, but there are some people, and this I heard compulsive lying. If the person in question can't be truthful, there's a real issue with trust here. And I think on your side it's going to be, well, can you trust this person to tell the truth? And use your own innate feelings on when they're telling you something. If you don't feel it's real, don't humor it, okay? Love yourself first. So I'm going to ask the romance angels to come in now. I'm so lost. This message, this energy, it got me so heated. I'm going to look for the space in between before the romance angels. Spirit, can you tell me the shared energy of this connection? Okay. So, the universe. The universe. Universal energy is your shared. There's these two. I feel like we'll look at them. The bottom of the deck they're telling me to take is patience. I take that. So some of the shared energy here is the universe has made changes in both of your life. I feel like the universe also pushed you to show you the truth of who you are and the power that you have. And this spiritual prosperity and this Queen of Swords energy is like showing you just how strong you are, how knowledgeable and capable you are of making your own decisions and having victory in your life, finding new love outside of this and love for yourself. But the universe on this side as well, I think, this person needed to lose you in order to realize, well, shit, I guess I did this, I did this, I did this, I did this. And no wonder they don't want this back. Some of this side, though, may think, I'm the cat's meow, I got everything to offer, and may never see the issue with their behavior. So you have harmony, although for some of you they might. I think this is also both of you wanting harmony within relationship, wanting a special bond, and there's something huge about the eye contact between these people. Accelerated motion. The universe will bring, and this is the universe as well, the universe will bring what is right to you in divine timing. But to me, this also says deciding what you want and doing this with a clear head, so that we're not focusing on wanting a toxic relationship back. If you do want this relationship back, I suggest to really put it out there that you want this relationship back healed and balanced. Crown chakra. This is, I think, potentially some of you have a very, very spiritual connection. You may even be able to feel them energetically, as well as telepathic messages. I think both of you are able to tap into spirit, to tap into the universe as well. You have triumph. So both of you as well, there's 2 sevens as well, okay? 2 sevens. Both sides here want to triumph. And like I was saying with the song, the Follow Your Heart, that is a triumph song. So that's more indication to go look up triumph. But the solar plexus, I think, is both of you are really focusing on your self-worth and hope, on removing limiting belief systems. So some of what I'm hearing as well is on the soul connection side may have been, like I said, they weren't taught how a proper relationship should go. They weren't taught how to respect people, and that's a real thing. There are people out there who, during their upbringings, right, if they had it terrible and they had it toxic, that's going to show up into their life. It's just how much we want to give those excuses, because eventually it comes down to, it doesn't matter what happened in our childhood, how much trauma we have. It is important, yeah, and it matters. But in this context, it means that we're still responsible for our actions regardless of our trauma. So if we experienced something that in our world that made us a habitual liar, this could also be like something like deflecting, right? Not wanting to take personal accountability because we got in really big trouble growing up, or no one believed us anyway, or if we just want to be a people pleaser. This is where I think this person really needs to move on from that and just clear this throat so they can speak with clarity. And I think that what this also means is they have to admit what they did. They have to see where their behavior was toxic and why you were removed from their life. And I think that is where spirit on this side too is like, you know what, they're needing to learn their worth. I think also with the solar plexus, they're being held accountable for their actions. And triumph here is both of you want to have success in your life. If it's with each other or not, that's up to the two of you. Both of you would like to experience relationship harmony. Again, I heard just on that side, I don't know if they know how. So I'm going to ask on your side from the romance angels, pay attention to the red flags. The signs are cautioning you. I feel like that is this reading as well. If it's resonated with you, the signs are cautioning you. You know, right? And you will know if you decide to go further on with this relationship, if this person's changed. And what I want to say is, you also have retreat. What I want to say is, you'll know that, I heard love bombing, okay? They may come in right at first. If things start to slip up and you start to see that toxic behavior again, Don't allow it to keep happening. Call it out and see how they react. See if things can be changed or if it goes back to this huge blow up, and use your own wisdom accordingly. But I feel like personally with Spirit here with Retreat and these two cards, Spirit's like, stay away from this. Go find your new happiness. Go find something that hasn't been, I heard, run through the muck or run through the mud. Something that's brand new, that's not going to bring up constant memories of being hurt or told lies, and someone who's not going to misuse your trust. I also heard gain your trust. So the bottom here as well, we have healing family issues. For some of you, what I heard, this could involve kids, and that may be where it's really difficult as well. That if you do have kids, it says your love life benefits as you forgive your parents. So this person as well, even though this is tied in, could be, really learning to forgive theirs, but this could be as a family you're healing from whatever this what happened. So on their side, we have unrequited love, that there's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. I feel like they could have lied about that as well, though, or it could be even that, let's get one more here. Thank you. Playfulness. To recapture romance, allow your inner youthful spirit of fun to shine. Picking up on that unrecorded love too could have been like they didn't want you to see how much you meant to them as a deflection or a protection mechanism. They want to be playful, they want to flirt, but they may not actually hold enough feelings to make this work. So the bottom of the deck is reconciliation, and you have separation on the bottom in reverse. This person really wants to come back to you. I keep hearing question their motives. So can you tell me about the shared energy? The shared energy is both of you to keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So keeping an open mind, both of you, I feel like, want harmony, want something to happen. And the universe, I feel like, is doing this in perfect divine timing and alignment with what Spirit has in plan for you. So keep an open mind, keep an open heart no matter what happens, and always use your intuition and follow your inner knowings and your gut, my friends. It's what I have for you. If it resonates, let me know in the comments. I'd love to hear from you. And if not, that's okay, like perfectly okay. Not everybody's comfortable doing that. But I hope you guys have a wonderful month. I hope everything works out in the perfect way for your lives, and I will talk to you later. Bye, guys.